Hey guys, my name is Lilly and today I want to show you the absolute best water containers that you can get and which ones are not that great. So I've purchased a lot of containers in my life, as you can see, and today I thought I want to make a video and tell you which products are really good and which ones I would buy again, which ones are better for people who are on a budget, and which are the best high-end products. Right, now let's start with water bladders. So there was a time when water bladders were really popular in the hiking and bushcraft scene, and suddenly every backpack had a water bladder compartment and people were buying water bladders, including me. So here are two examples. This one is by the company Ward and this water bladder is by the company Deuter. I have to say I used both of them maybe 2 times, and if you like plastic taste in your mouth, then go ahead and buy them. So both of them are extremely tasting like plastic. I don't know if it's just coming from the mouthpiece that you have to bite into, or if it's coming from the water bladder or from the hose. I have no idea. So this is the main reason why I'm not using these water bladders anymore. Second reason why I'm not using them anymore is they are incredibly hard to clean. It's super hard to clean hoses. You would have to get this mouthpiece off and then clean the inside with a special brush. You have to open up the water bladder and clean it from the inside. Cleaning this part is almost impossible. Then you have to leave it out in the sun to dry completely. So it was always a mess, and I really hated cleaning water bladders. It really does suck. So this is why I stopped using water bladders, and I really wish that I never got one. Okay, I just checked the prices for this water bladder here, the top one. It would cost me 33 euros to buy one right now. And the blue one probably cost me the same. So I lost 60 euros right here, and that really hurts, and I rather want to have my money back, honestly. Okay, before I move on, I want to show you this. So I found an old adapter that I've never used before, and it actually fits on a normal PET bottle, like this. Attach it to the bottle, like so. And this is where you can now go through with a hose and just put it inside and attach a mouthpiece to the other end of the hose. It's going to be the same thing as a water bladder, but you can choose the size of container, so you can attach any size of PET bottle here. And yeah, the only problem that you have then is you have to clean the hose, of course, but at least you don't have to clean a water bladder. So I think that this is a good alternative to water bladders, and also it's really, really cheap. Okay, so now I want to show you my very first stainless steel bottle that I bought, and it was this one. It has 1 liter of capacity, and unfortunately I cannot remember the price anymore. The only downside is that this is really thin, and you would easily tip this over inside of a fire, because in a campfire, the logs are always moving and falling together. So very often it happened to me that with other containers I knocked over the container. But still, in an emergency survival situation, you could boil water in this, and in general these bottles are really cheap. Also, it fell to the ground many times, so it has a couple of bumps, but that doesn't matter with stainless steel. So yeah, this bottle is going to hold forever. And if you are searching for a cheap bottle for EDC, then I can definitely recommend this bottle here. So now I want to quickly measure the weight of this bottle. 184 grams. Now the bottle that I'm using almost daily now when I'm going outside is this bottle here. I don't boil water in it, but technically I could. And what this here is a titanium water bottle. It's very, very lightweight. So it only weighs 116 grams. And that's amazing. It has a couple of bumps here and there, but it's fine and really robust. Then also I would like to show you this bottle here. This is 1/2 liter stainless steel bottle. and it comes with a stainless steel lid. So this is also a nice bottle that I like using. It also is damaged from falling down, of course. So yeah, these stainless steel bottles, they can take a lot of abuse and they are fine even if you drop them. Now later in my bushcraft career I fell for the Nalgene bottle. This is the Nalgene stainless steel bottle and I've used it in Sweden many times. You can see it's dirty from the fire. Do I recommend this bottle? I have to say, if you are searching for a bottle which has very thick walls and which is going to last for your lifetime, then yes, I can recommend this bottle. But what is the big downside of this bottle? This is really freaking heavy. So now let's quickly weigh it on the scale. 288 grams. That's crazy. That's really, really heavy. And I hiked with this into the wilderness. I used it in Sweden for 7 days in the wilderness. I even attached a wire to the mouth so that I can take it off the fire with a stick. It's working, yes. Is it good for survival? Yes. But is it comfortable to carry? Absolutely no. This is super, super heavy. This is also the reason why I'm not using this bottle anymore, because it's so heavy that I hate taking it with me into my backpack or get home bag. Yeah, I'm just not using it anymore. Also in the fire it got knocked over once, so it's not really stable in the fire. Unfortunately it comes with a plastic lid. I wish it was stainless steel. Okay, now this same Nalgene bottle only costs 30 euros anymore in Europe. So the price has come down a little bit. I think the price is justified because it's really a lot of steel and thick, and also I believe it's surgical steel 316, which is a little bit better than the other steels that are usually used in water bottles. Now if you still want to buy this Nalgene bottle because you say weight is not an issue, you can actually get a cup for it that fits the bottom of the bottle, and that's this cup by the company Tatonka. So it's fitting the bottle perfectly. So if you like this style, then you can go for it and get the cup. Now there's another cup from GSI, and this one also fits the bottle, but it's a little bit too big. So I just wanted to let you know that some of the cups are a little bit too big and do not really fit the Nalgene bottle. Now for bushcrafting and staying in the forest and camping, I'm not a fan of these bottles because they get knocked over so easily in the fire. So what I prefer is canteen sets. Okay, this one here is a really cheap canteen. You can get it for 20 bucks. It's made from stainless steel 304. And it's a pretty basic military style canteen, which has a much better stand in the fire. It comes with a lid that is attached to the bottle, which can be a problem if you want to boil water in this. So maybe you want to cut through the chain and attach a carabiner to the chain so you can take off the lid while boiling. But most of the time I'm not boiling inside of the bottle anyway, because I rather boil the water in the cup. And this cup is really stable. It comes with this L handle, and if you put this into the fire, it has 3 points where it's sitting in the fire and you don't knock this over easily. The only thing that you have to watch out here is that this lid has a plastic insert, and if you lose it, then the lid is not watertight anymore. That happened to me once. Also here, the mouth of the canteen is rather small and it's hard to clean this canteen. So usually I clean it with a toothbrush. This bottle by Nalgene is much easier to clean. You can even put this inside of a dishwasher. Alright, the cheap GI military style canteen set has 429 grams and the bottle only has 237. So this Nalgene bottle is still 50 grams more heavy than this tiny military style canteen. Another option that you will have is buying the plastic canteen by Nalgene, and it fits together in the old US military issue canteen with the butterfly handles. So this you can still get in army stores, and this is really lightweight. So that's a really good option if you want to go camping but you say you don't want to drag such a heavy stainless steel canteen with you. So let's quickly weigh this. Let's see what the scale says. Here we got 390 grams altogether. And the bottle weighs 145 grams. So this plastic bottle is almost 100 grams more lightweight than the stainless steel canteen. Now there's another plastic canteen that you can get. This is also a military style canteen, which is made from a plastic which is really sturdy. And this canteen weighs 156 grams. So this plastic canteen by Nalgene is 10 grams more lightweight, and it also seems a little bit bigger than the green canteen. So I just smelled inside of the Nalgene bottle here, but there's no plastic odor whatsoever. If I do the same with this bottle, it smells a little bit like plastic, and I'm not sure where it's coming from. Maybe it's coming from the seal here. Yeah, so this smells a little bit like plastic. Now price-wise, this plastic bottle is really cheap. It costs like 13 bucks right now here in Austria. And it's also PPA free. So it seems to be a little bit of a better plastic than what I've used in the past. Now my absolute favorite of military style canteens is this one here. This is a titanium canteen. And it only weighs 138 grams. So it's a little bit more lightweight than the plastic one here. And it comes with a titanium canteen cup with butterfly handles and a small lid for cooking. Now I have cooked many times in this container, and I have to say it's perfect. From all of the canteens that I have, I like this one the most, and I use it every time I go camping because it's so lightweight. Now what I usually do is I'm cooking inside this container, and then I pour the hot water into my bigger container because I don't want to mess up the bottom of the canteen, because when you're putting the canteen into the cup, I don't want to get the inside of my cup dirty. So this is why I always boil water inside of the cup instead of inside of the canteen itself. And I did that many times. So one time in Sweden, I was boiling water in here and then poured it into the canteen. And then I was closing the canteen, and I took this warm canteen inside of my sleeping bag to keep warm. And that's really multi-purpose. Also, I would never fill hot water into a plastic bottle because there are always some chemicals that will leach into your water. Now price-wise, the titanium canteen was once really expensive, but now it has become more cheap. So I think I got it for 140 bucks. So yeah, it's a good amount of money, but I think it also really pays off if you want to save weight in your backpack. Last but not least, I would like to talk about these containers. This especially is a water bottle by the company Aquamira, and it has an attachment inside for a water filter. So at the inside I have a water filter which filters out chemicals and also particles. This is what I keep for emergencies in case there's some kind of chemicals in our drinking water, Or if I have to bug out, I'm going to take this bottle here and put it into my bug out bag. So these systems right now, they are really popular, and there are many different brands that are offering filters inside of a water bottle. In general, I find it very convenient because you just screw on the filter and then you drink out of the bottle. You don't have to do a lot of thinking. I have to say, I like these systems. They are really convenient, but most of the time they are a little bit expensive. And this is why I'm not using this every day now, because I want to keep this filter for emergencies. Now, if you take a closer look at the bottle here, at the first glance, it looks perfect, but at the second glance, I noticed that this is a double wall bottle, and you cannot really put double wall bottles into a campfire because it would damage the bottle. That sucks a little bit. I think it was unnecessary to use a double wall bottle. Nevertheless, it's a good system. I've used this bottle in Canada when I did a kayaking tour with Canadian Prepper. The only thing is that these filters, they don't have a lot of capacity, and if you are using them in murky waters, they will soon clog up. And that's what happened with our filters. So after 2 days of using them, they were starting to clog up. And then at the last day of our trip, they did not work anymore. So don't expect to get a lot of capacity out of these water filters. And the same goes for the Soya mini filter, which is also clogging up pretty quickly if there's a little bit of murky water. So I would highly recommend that you make a pre-filter when you're out in the wilderness, so that you don't clog up your filter so fast. So yeah, this water bottle I keep for emergencies, in case there's a chemical spill of our water, or if I have to bug out and take the bottle with me. Okay, so these are all the water bottles that I showed you today. And now I want to give you my last recommendation. This is too heavy. It also comes with a plastic lid, which is not good. This was fine back in the day, but also very tall, easily to be knocked over, just like all of the other tall bottles. This one comes with a plastic lid. Maybe you find a metal lid, which is way better. Metal lids are better because you can fill in hot water into the bottle without having to fear that you will have a plastic taste inside of your water. So both of these are great. This is stainless steel, which is great for EDC. This is titanium, which is more convenient because it's more lightweight. So out of the 4 bottles here, I can recommend these 2. Stainless steel if you're on a budget, and titanium if you want to spend more money and save more weight. Now in terms of military style canteens, I don't like this one at all. I think it's too heavy for plastic and also pretty small, but still I'm going to keep it. Maybe I'm going to throw it into my car where I don't really have a problem with the weight and where I can keep it as a backup. The next 2 options that I can recommend is either this very cheap canteen and cup, or the Nalgene bottle, which is very lightweight. Yeah, and then if you want to save a lot of weight, like me, then you have the option of getting a military style canteen in titanium. Yeah, and last but not least, this bottle here. I'm not fond of the bottle itself because it's a insulated double wall bottle, which you cannot place into the fire. But all in all, I think that the system is great. And there are many brands now that are making filters inside of bottles. So if you want to go for that, why not? But it's also very costly. So if you're on a budget, I think this bottle and this canteen are the best for survival. And if you want to spend more money, it's going to be this bottle and this canteen. Alright guys, so this is now my resume of testing out water bottles in the field for a long time. So I really hope that this video is going to save you a lot of money by not making wrong purchases. And yeah, I really hope that I could help you with your buying decision. So if you want to see more videos like this, make sure that you're subscribing to my channel.